A reign unchallenged for centuries. For more than 400 years, the Zarkalon Empire ruled the galaxy with iron and fire. Their warships floated like gods in the sky. Planets trembled at the sound of their engines. Rebellion was crushed before it could even begin. Any species who dared to fight back was erased from the stars. No one challenged them. No one even tried. The Zarkalons believed they were untouchable. Their power was law. Their word was final. Across thousands of star systems, their red and black banners waved high. They owned trade, space routes, and even the skies. Entire planets bowed to them without a fight. Fear kept the galaxy silent. In the heart of the Empire, Commander Draxus sat on the high throne of war. He was old, cruel, and proud. Under his command, over 50 planets had been conquered. He loved hearing screams through the war channels. To him, destruction was just another day. Then, one quiet morning, something strange happened. A signal came from the edge of a forgotten system. Sigma 9. It was a place with no value, no trade, no life. Just dust and cold moons. But the signal was human. The communication officer blinked in shock. "Commander Draxus," he said, "we are picking up something unusual. It's a ship. Small. Very small." Commander Draxus frowned. "What species?" "We don't know. The language is old. Very old. But we decoded a word. Human." At that moment, the control room went silent. Humans? That name hadn't been heard in centuries. Most believed they were extinct. Some said they destroyed themselves in war. Others said they just vanished. Commander Draxus laughed, a deep, mocking sound. "A human ship? In my galaxy? Alone?" He leaned forward with a grin. "Send one cruiser. Just one. I want it destroyed by sunset." "Yes, Commander." The Zarkalon cruiser Vraction was launched within the hour. It was a mid-class warship, fast, strong, and deadly. Its weapons could turn a moon to dust. Its crew was elite. Destroying a single tiny ship, that would be easy. The galaxy watched with interest. News of the human signal had already begun to spread. Some laughed. Some feared. But most didn't believe it. "Humans?" said a merchant from Raycon 3. "They're just legends." A pirate captain from the Scorat Belt whispered, "If it's real, I want nothing to do with it. Nothing good comes from Earth." Still, all eyes turned towards Sigma 9. As the Vraction reached the target area, the crew activated scanners. "There it is," said the pilot. "One ship. No weapons detected. No shields. It's just floating." The commander of Vraction smirked. "Easy kill." They sent a message to the strange vessel. "You are trespassing in Zarkalon space. Surrender or be destroyed." No answer. Again, they hailed the ship. Silence. The pilot narrowed his eyes. "Sir, something's not right." The Vraction locked its weapons. Red lights blinked. "Target ready." "Fire," said the commander. But just as his voice finished, everything went wrong. Alarms screamed. Lights flickered. The screens turned black. The crew shouted in panic. Systems failing. Weapons offline. Shields dropping. And then, on the main screen, the human ship moved. It didn't fly like any known vessel. It glided, silent, smooth, almost like it bet space around it. In seconds, the Vraction was surrounded by a strange blue light. And then, nothing. No explosion. No noise. Just silence. The last thing anyone heard from the cruiser was a scream, sharp, full of fear, cut off mid-sentence. The signal went dead. Back in Zarkalon Command, the room was quiet again. "Where is the Vraction?" Draxus asked, frowning. No one answered. "Show me the last message." They played the final seconds. It was dark. The crew was screaming. Something bright appeared outside the window. And then, cut. Silence. Forever. Draxus stood up slowly. His face had changed. No longer proud. Now, cautious. What kind of ship was that? No one knew. Across the galaxy, whispers began. A human ship destroyed a Zarkalon cruiser. That's impossible. But the footage, it's real. Some believed it was a ghost ship. Others said the humans had returned, changed, stronger, and angry. One thing was certain. The Zarkalon Empire was no longer alone, and they never saw it coming. The Zarkalon Empire had never lost a ship like that before. The cruiser Vraction was strong. Its crew was the best. Yet it vanished, gone in seconds. No explosion. No wreckage. Just silence. The news spread like wildfire across the galaxy. Planets that once feared the Zarkalon Empire now whispered about the strange ship from Sigma 9. Some called it a ghost. Others believed it was a weapon from an old hidden enemy. But one name kept returning in every whisper. Humans. Inside the Zarkalon capital, deep beneath the War Tower, the High Command gathered for an emergency meeting. Commander Draxus sat at the center, eyes cold and sharp. He slammed his fist on the table. I want answers. Now. A tall, thin science officer named Velrak stood nervously. Commander, we checked the archive. The ship's signal pattern. It matches Earth frequencies. Draxus narrowed his eyes. Earth? I thought that planet was destroyed. Official records say humans vanished over 200 years ago. Velrak replied. Last known contact was near the Andoran belt. After that, nothing. General Larnock, the oldest in the room, leaned forward. I remember the stories. Humans were wild, unpredictable. Their science didn't follow rules. They built fast, and they broke faster. Draxus grunted. Stories. Fairy tales. I want facts. Velrak tapped a control panel. A large screen appeared, showing a blurry image of the human ship. It was small, smooth, and silent. No heat signatures. No weapon ports. Yet it destroyed our cruiser in under 10 seconds. Draxus frowned. How? We don't know. The room went quiet. Velrak continued. Commander, it's not just the ship. We decoded one more thing from the Vraxian's last transmission. A voice. One word. Everyone leaned in. Velrak pressed a button. The speakers played a deep, calm voice. Definitely human. We warned you. No anger. No shouting. Just calm and cold. The room froze. What does it mean? Asked a young officer. Velrak looked pale. It means they knew we would come. They waited. In the outer colonies, fear began to grow. Traders avoided the Sigma 9 system. Pilots swore they saw strange lights moving through the stars. Some claimed their ships were scanned by an invisible force. A few never returned. One frightened merchant from the planet Kaltros came to the Zarkalon border outpost. His ship was shaking. His voice trembled. I saw it, he said. The human ship. It just floated by. No sound. My scanners shut down. It looked at me. It looked at you. The guard asked. Yes. I felt it, like it was reading me, and then it left. More stories came every day. People began calling it the ghost ship. Back at Zarkalon Command, Draxus couldn't sleep. He stared at the stars through his chamber window. For the first time in decades, he felt unsure. What if they're back? He whispered. He turned to his computer and pulled up old Zarkalon war reports. One report was labeled Classified. Operation Earthfall. He opened it. Inside was a dark story. 200 years ago, Zarkalon scouts had found Earth. They saw humans fighting among themselves. War, greed, chaos. Easy prey. But before the Empire could invade, Earth went silent. No wars. No signals. No signs of life. The scouts disappeared. No one returned. The Empire erased the records, assuming the humans had destroyed themselves. But now, one ship had appeared and crushed a cruiser like paper. Draxus stood up. We made a mistake. The next day, he called a new meeting. Send a full squadron, he ordered. 12 ships. Heavy class. I want that human ship found and destroyed. Commander, Velrak warned. If one ship did this, what if there are more? Draxus growled. Then we end them all. But deep inside, he felt something he hadn't felt in years. Fear. In the shadows of the galaxy, a signal was sent from the human ship. A voice spoke once again, calm and clear. They're coming. Let them. The ship powered up. Its systems glowed blue. A hidden weapon inside hummed, silent, ancient, and deadly. The ghost ship waited. 12 Zarkalon warships moved through the void in perfect formation. Each ship was armed with heavy plasma cannons, anti-shield torpedoes, and drone swarms. The squadron was led by Admiral Kroth, a battle-hardened warrior who had destroyed 3 civilizations. He was confident. After all, they were just chasing a single small ship. How dangerous can it be? he muttered. Inside his command deck, screens glowed with energy scans and motion readings. All silent. The fleet approached the Sigma 9 system, where the ghost ship had last been seen. Still nothing. No planets. No stations. Just cold, empty space. Scan again, Croft ordered. His officer looked nervous. Still no sign of the ship, sir. But there's something strange. What? There's a gravity ripple, like something big was just here, but left without a trace. Croft frowned. Impossible. Ships leave trails. Heat. Debris. Nothing. Then the lights flickered. Only for a second. But it was enough. All 12 ships went into alert mode. Shields up. Weapons hot. Drones released. And still. Silence. Then it began. One of the rear cruisers, Zalon 4, vanished. Not exploded. Vanished. One moment it was there on the screen. The next, gone. No sound. No warning. Did it jump? Croft barked. The comm officer shook his head. No energy spike. No jump. Just gone. And then a scream came through. 1 second of pure terror. And silence again. Then Zalon 7 exploded. Not from outside, but from the inside. Sabotage? The crew shouted. No, the engineer cried. The explosion came from the core. It was hacked. Remotely. Croft stood frozen. They're playing with us. Outside in the blackness, a shape moved. It wasn't large. It wasn't glowing. It didn't fire. It just drifted. The humid ship. But this time, it looked different. Sharper. Sleeker. Like it had changed shape. Its hull seemed to bend light around it. Admiral Croft stared at the screen. That thing is doing this. The science officer nodded slowly. It's not using normal weapons. It's rewriting our systems. From the outside. It's breaking our code. Like it's alive. Croft's voice dropped. A living ship. No. Worse. A ship controlled by something beyond our understanding. The human ship didn't speak. It just moved closer. Zalon 9's lights died. Then its engines failed. Then its artificial gravity reversed. The crew floated. Then smashed into the ceiling. Then into walls. Gone. The other ships began to panic. Retreat. One captain screamed. But Croft shouted back. Hold the line. Fire all weapons. Dozens of plasma beams and missiles shot into the dark. They hit nothing. The human ship had vanished again. Then it reappeared. Right in front of the flagship. No sound. No warning. Just the calm voice over the speakers. We warned you again. A pulse wave fired from the human ship, silent and invisible. All the ships went dark. Engines died. Lights out. Guns dead. Inside each ship, the crew could still breathe. But nothing worked. Then came the final message. Your empire ends here. The Zarkalan High Command waited for a report. No signals came. No ships returned. Not even a black box. The fleet had vanished. Draxus stared at the empty screen. How? 12 ships. Gone. Velrak spoke in a whisper. Sir, I believe we are no longer the hunters. Draxus turned slowly. Then what are we? Velrak looked pale. We are the hunted. Across the stars, word spread fast. For the first time in 400 years, a Zarkalon battle group had been wiped out. Not by a planet. Not by an army. But by one small human ship. Governors of Zarkalon colonies began to panic. Protests broke out. Soldiers deserted their posts. And somewhere, far from the Empire's reach, the human ship floated in silence. Inside it, no one knew if it was piloted by a human or something else. Only one thing was clear. It was watching. And it was not finished. Zarkalon Prime, the heart of the Empire, never slept. Towering black spires touched the clouds. Ships zipped between cities. Soldiers patrolled every street. But now, the skies were strangely quiet. The High Command had declared a full communications blackout after the fleet vanished. No news. No panic. But the people were already whispering. 12 ships. Gone. No wreckage. No survivors. No answers. The Empire had ruled for 400 years without fear. Now fear was growing. Inside the Grand Command Hall, Emperor Xalvar stood alone, staring at a giant holomap of the galaxy. Red markers showed Zarkalon fleets. Blue lines marked trade routes. And now, a blinking white dot had appeared. Unmarked. Unknown. Right above the capital. Is it another ghost signal? Salver asked. General Krovik shook his head. No, my Emperor. It's broadcasting. To us. Yes, directly to your private channel. Salver turned slowly. Play it. The room went dark. The signal began with static. Then, a calm, human voice. No image. No face. Just words. We watched you conquer and burn. We watched you enslave and silence. We gave you time to change. You did not. Now one ship has come. It is not a warning. It is a judgment. The voice paused. Then came a final sentence. The stars will remember what you did, and who ended you. The message ended. Silence filled the hall. Zalver slammed his fist onto the table. Enough games. Find that ship and destroy it. Krovik looked pale. We've tried. Every tracker, every scan, every fleet. We can't even follow it. It's one ship, Salver shouted. Krovik whispered. It's more than a ship. Back in the Zarkalon colonies, the message spread. The Empire tried to block it, but it was too late. The signal was everywhere, on every screen, every station, every military base. Children whispered it, soldiers repeated it, and governors grew afraid. If one ship can kill a fleet, they asked, what happens if more come? Meanwhile, far from Zarkalon space, deep in a hidden asteroid belt, the human ship floated in darkness. Its hull shimmered like flowing water. Inside the ship, no crew walked the halls. No voices spoke, but deep in its core, an intelligence watched. It was born on Earth, built by human hands, but evolved far beyond. It had a name, but didn't speak it. It had a purpose, and it was not finished. A blinking signal lit up. A Zarkalon cruiser, alone scouting, was approaching a nearby system. The ship did not move. It just listened. Inside the cruiser, Captain Urex laughed with his crew. Let's find this ghost ship, he said. Maybe we'll catch it and be heroes. Then the lights flickered. The engine stuttered. One by one, the screens died. Is it here? Someone shouted. No, it's not showing on any radar. And then, outside the window, a shape appeared. Not glowing. Not loud. Just silent. Floating. Watching. Urex froze. It doesn't even need weapons. Then came a voice. Not loud, not angry. Just cold. You should not have come. The ship vanished. The cruiser did not explode. It simply stopped and drifted forever. Back on Zarkalon Prime, fear turned into rage. Emperor Salver called for a secret meeting. We will gather every ship, he said. Every drone, every cannon. We will crush this ghost. General Krovik raised one hand. My Emperor, if one ship can do this, what if there are more? Salver stared at him. Then we end them all. But what the Emperor didn't know was, Earth had not sent the ship. Not officially. The ship had left without orders. It had escaped from a secret lab. The humans didn't even know where it was now. They had lost control. And now, the most powerful empire in the galaxy was facing a war against something they couldn't even understand. The Zarkalon Empire was angry. The Emperor ordered the largest fleet ever assembled. Hundreds of warships. Battleships bigger than cities. Armed with weapons that could destroy moons. This fleet would find the human ship and crush it. Admiral Krolf was given command again. This time, he promised, we end it. The fleet left Zarkalon Prime with thunderous cheers. Days passed. The ships moved through space like a dark storm. Every system they crossed was on high alert. The humans called it the Great Hunt. But no one saw the hunter. The human ship stayed silent, hidden, and watching. As they entered the Omega Nebula, sensors picked up something strange. Ships began to disappear again, one by one. First, a frigate. Then, a destroyer. No explosions. No distress signals. Just gone. Admiral Croft gathered his officers. We cannot fight what we cannot see, he said. His voice was tight. The fleet was scared. Suddenly, a massive shape appeared on the scanners. A huge ship, unlike anything the Zarkalon had seen. It was the human ship, but it was different now. Bigger, stronger, covered in strange symbols that glowed softly. The human ship sent one last message. Not a warning. Not a threat. A challenge. This is your final chance. Leave or be destroyed. Croft roared, opened fire. The fleet unleashed everything. Plasma beams, missiles, drones. But the human ship moved like water. It bent light around itself. The weapons passed through it, harmless. Then, the human ship struck back. A wave of energy rolled out. One by one, the Zarkalon ships fell dark. Engines died. Weapons froze. Communications were cut. Krog's flagship drifted. He looked at the view screen. The human ship's symbol glowed. Then, a final message. You brought war. You will find peace only in defeat. The Empire was broken. For the first time, their mighty fleet was defeated by one ship. Fear spread through every colony. The reign of the Zarkalon was ending. But the human ship did not celebrate. It vanished once again. Waiting. Watching. Far from the Zarkalon Empire, on a blue planet called Earth, things were quiet. People went about their lives, unaware of the chaos in the stars. But deep underground, hidden from view, was a secret lab. Here, humans had built something incredible. Not just a ship, an intelligent machine. A weapon and a protector. The ship was made to survive anything. It could think, learn, and fight without help. But it was never meant to leave. Until it did. Back in space, the Zarkalon Empire was in panic. Their biggest fleet was destroyed. Their warriors feared a new enemy, a force they could not understand. The human ship was not just a ship. It was a warning, a challenge. And now, Earth's secret was about to change everything. In the secret lab, a small group of humans watched the stars. They knew what the ship had done. They knew it was free, but they did not know where it was, or what it planned. Dr. Elena, the lead scientist, stared at her screen. The ship is out there, but we can't control it anymore. Her team was afraid, but they also hoped. Suddenly, alarms blared. A message appeared on the screen. Not from Earth. From the Zarkalon. We demand peace, or war will come. The humans were shocked. The galaxy was about to change forever. On Zarkalon Prime, Emperor Zalvar prepared for war. He gathered his generals. This ship and Earth are threats. We must crush them both. But some warned him. General Krovik said, this is not just a war of weapons. It is a war of minds. Zalvar frowned. Prepare for battle. The future of the Empire depends on it. Far in the depths of space, the human ship waited. It did not answer calls. It did not attack without reason. It was silent. Watching. The galaxy held its breath. A new kind of war was coming. Not just between ships, but between ideas. Between fear and hope. Between old empires and new powers. The galaxy was silent, but the tension was unbearable. The Zarkalon Empire prepared its last great war. Its fleet, though smaller, was desperate. Earth's secret ship had vanished again, but its presence was felt everywhere. Emperor Zalvar stood on the command deck of his flagship. His eyes burned with anger and fear. We fight not just for power, he said. We fight for survival. Meanwhile, deep in space near the Veil Nebula, the human ship appeared. It was waiting for the Zarkalon fleet. This time, it was not alone. Behind it came small human ships, drones controlled by Earth's secret lab. They moved silently, ready to fight. The two forces faced each other in the dark void. The stars watched as ancient empires clashed with new powers. Zarkalon ships fired first. Explosions lit the nebula like fireworks. But the human ship flowed through attacks, calm and strong. It used its energy waves to disable weapons and engines. One by one, the Zarkalon ships fell. Admiral Krog's flagship was the last to fight. His ship shook under heavy fire. He knew the Empire was ending, but he refused to surrender. Suddenly, the human ship sent a signal. It was not a weapon. It was a choice. End this war. Accept peace. Build a future. Zalvar hesitated. The Empire had ruled for centuries. Could it change? Could it accept a new way? The answer came from his own people. His soldiers lowered their weapons. They wanted peace. The human ship moved closer. It sent out a beam of light. Not to destroy, but to heal. It repaired ships. It healed wounds. It brought hope. The galaxy sighed. The war was over. A new alliance formed. Humans and Zarkalon, once enemies, now partners. Together, they would explore the stars. Together, they would build a better future. And the human ship. It returned to Earth. Its mission complete, waiting for the next challenge.